This 366-foot shimmering exosphere is just the beginning, because what's inside there is even more mind-blowing.
September 29, 2023. Las Vegas unveiled what many called the future of entertainment, a glowing 366-foot technological miracle rising out of the desert. A massive sphere wrapped in LED screens, visible from miles away. Inside it, the most advanced sound system ever installed in a music venue. The vision was bold. The hype was global. And the promise was simple. This building would change live entertainment forever. The original price tag? $1.2 billion. But when the dust finally settled, the real cost was almost double that. $2.3 billion, making it the most expensive entertainment venue ever built. And just weeks after its triumphant opening, the unthinkable happened. It started bleeding money. Not slowly, not quietly, but at nearly $100 million per quarter.
It's one of the newest attractions in the Strip. Concerts have some of the hottest tickets in Vegas, but the company behind the Sphere is reporting big losses. Sphere Entertainment executives reported a $125 million loss and $127 million in revenue for its recent quarter. The adjusted operating loss is at $26.1 million.
So how did a project that looked like the future turn into one of the most dangerous financial experiments in modern entertainment history? To understand how the Sphere became a $2.3 billion gamble, we have to go back to the man who dreamed it up. The Las Vegas Sphere was the brainchild of James Dolan, the controversial billionaire who controls Madison Square Garden, the New York Knicks, and MSG Entertainment. Dolan wasn't chasing another concert hall. He wanted something no one else on Earth had. A venue with no flat walls, no traditional stage, and no ordinary screen. This would be a perfect digital dome, a fully immersive planet of sound and light. The exterior alone would be wrapped in over 1.2 million LED nodes, capable of turning the entire building into a living billboard visible across the Vegas skyline. Inside, the screen would wrap around more than 18,000 seats, powered by over 160,000 speakers, designed so precisely that sound could be directed to a single seat without spilling into the next. Dolan didn't just want to host concerts, he wanted to reinvent entertainment itself. When the project was unveiled in 2018, the estimated cost was placed at $1.2 billion. Expensive but believable for a next-generation icon in Las Vegas. Construction began later that year with promises of creating thousands of jobs and launching a global franchise of spheres around the world. But behind the glossy renderings, the warning signs started almost immediately. By 2019, less than a year into construction, internal estimates already showed the Sphere was running far over budget, closer to $1.7 billion. MSG publicly denied the scale of the overruns until they couldn't. Then came 2020. The pandemic shut construction down for months. Every day the site sat idle, costs kept piling up. Delays turned into redesigns. Redesigns turned into supply chain chaos. And as work resumed, something deeply unusual happened. MSG abruptly fired its main contractor mid-project. In the world of mega construction, that is a flashing red alarm. It usually signals massive cost disputes, structural failures, or breakdowns so severe that projects can collapse entirely. MSG offered no detailed explanation, but the cost kept climbing. By May 2023, just months before opening, it hit the final confirmed number, $2.3 billion. Nearly double the original promise. More expensive than many NFL stadiums, more expensive than entire casino resorts on the same street. Yet even with the money burning faster than anyone expected, James Dolan didn't slow down. He pushed forward, convinced that once people saw it with their own eyes, the brilliance would justify everything. But there was one problem no one wanted to confront yet. No one truly knew if the Sphere could ever make that money back. Opening night, record revenue, a financial shock. After 5 years of construction, billions in spending, and countless delays, the Las Vegas Sphere finally opened its doors to the public. The launch act was global superstars U2, a calculated move. If you were going to introduce the world's most advanced entertainment venue, you needed the world's biggest band to do it. Over 40 shows were scheduled in advance. Ticket demand surged instantly. Some seats resold for over $1,000. From the outside, everything looked like a historic win. The Sphere's exterior lit up the Las Vegas skyline with hyper-realistic animations visible from planes landing at McCarran Airport. Inside, audiences described the experience as overwhelming, otherworldly, and nothing like a concert. Social media exploded. Influencers, celebrities, tech executives, even rival venue owners admitted nothing like this had ever been built. But then, just weeks after opening, MSG Entertainment released its first earnings report that included Sphere operations, and Wall Street froze. Despite near sold-out U2 shows and premium ticket pricing, the Sphere reported an operating loss of $98.4 million in a single quarter. Not for the year, for just 3 months. By February 2024, total operating losses tied to the Sphere crossed $260 million. This shocked investors, not because they expected immediate profits, but because the burn rate was far higher than projected. Analysts quickly identified the core problem. The Sphere wasn't just expensive to build. It was brutally expensive to operate. Electricity costs alone were estimated in the tens of millions annually. The LED exterior required full-time maintenance crews. The sound, motion, and visual systems required constant recalibration. And content production costs were staggering. Every show required custom-built visuals designed specifically for the curved interior. This wasn't a standard concert venue. It was a permanent Hollywood-level production machine. One Wall Street analyst described it as an IMAX theater, a Super Bowl halftime show, and a NASA control room, all running every single night. Then came the moment that truly panicked investors. In October 2023, just weeks after the opening, MSG Entertainment's chief financial officer abruptly resigned. No long goodbye, no transition period, no detailed explanation. In the corporate world, a CFO quitting right after a massive capital project launches is a 5-alarm fire. It signaled internal recognition that the financial situation was far worse than publicly understood. Within days, MSG's stock fell sharply. Major investment firms downgraded the company. Some bonds tied to Sphere construction were placed under review. And suddenly, James Dolan's passion project wasn't being treated as a marvel anymore. It was being treated as a financial liability. Here's the brutal math that began to surface. Even with sellout crowds, premium seats, merchandise, sponsorships, and food sales, analysts estimated the Sphere needed to consistently earn over $800 million per year just to justify its cost of capital and operating burden. But U2 alone could not deliver that. The venue wasn't built for traditional event turnover. It was built for limited, ultra-high production residencies, meaning fewer artists, fewer quick swaps, and longer gaps between major shows. This created a deadly contradiction. The Sphere needed constant blockbuster-level shows, but only a tiny handful of artists on Earth could afford to create content at that scale. And that's when executives began to realize something terrifying. The Sphere may be too advanced to be profitable at scale. By early 2024, the dream was supposed to scale. James Dolan's long-term vision was never one Sphere in Vegas. It was a global network of spheres: London, Dubai, Tokyo, Singapore. The Las Vegas Sphere was meant to be the prototype, but before the ink could even dry on the opening balance sheet, the expansion collapsed. In January 2024, MSG officially scrapped its London Sphere project, a venue that was projected to cost over $2.5 billion. This wasn't a quiet cancellation. London's mayor, city planners, and environmental groups had already mounted fierce opposition. Residents complained that the LED exterior would flood neighborhoods with light pollution. Architects warned it would dominate the skyline. Lawmakers argued it violated zoning laws. But behind the politics was a darker financial reality. After the Las Vegas losses, banks and institutional investors became unwilling to finance another Sphere. The message was clear. One Sphere was experimental. 2 Spheres was reckless. MSG had already spent over $100 million on pre-development, land, and planning for London. Much of that money evaporated instantly. And just like that, the global Sphere empire quietly died. The Sphere may never match the return of a traditional casino, arena, or resort. It's not a real estate play. It's not a volume business. It's a prestige machine. Breathtaking, viral, unforgettable, but structurally incapable of scaling fast enough to satisfy modern Wall Street expectations. For James Dolan, the Sphere is both his greatest triumph and his greatest risk. He now controls the most advanced venue in human history, a machine that can generate cultural moments on demand, and a project that nearly collapsed his company's financial credibility. Some analysts now believe the end game is not long-term ownership, but selling the Sphere outright to a sovereign wealth fund, global entertainment consortium, or ultra-rich private buyer. In other words, the Sphere may not become a business empire. It may become the world's most expensive trophy asset. So was the $2.3 billion worth it? If you judge the Sphere by profitability, it's still deeply in the red. By expansion, the global dream is dead. By risk, the exposure is extreme. Then financially, the answer is still uncertain. But if you judge it by impact, the Sphere changed what live entertainment means. It redefined venue design. It forced artists, studios, and event producers to rethink what immersive actually is, and whether it becomes a financial legend or a permanent warning sign in business schools. One thing is already certain: no one will ever build something like this again without thinking twice.